How's it going, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to what is this show called? The One Take Crew. Thank you for tuning
What
in
did I
to the
name this
One
show?
Take Crew, episode 2. We're going to have a wonderful discussion today. We are joined by a very special guest. I don't know whether to call him a guest or not because he's actually in the cover of our podcast. Matthew Meisner, the man with all the hot takes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
I
so
got a hot
today.
take right now. I got a hot take right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Chance the Rapper's last album, it was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's
Yeah.
a hot take, bro. I don't think that's.
Who knows? Who
I
We'll
don't
get
know.
into it. We'll get into it.
we will
talk
get
about
into it, man.
We'll talk about
on the
it.
table today, we have a more focused plan. We're going to talk about and debate what is Kanye's best album. We're then going to ask, is Chance the Rapper a one-hit wonder? And then we're going to talk about the new JID singles that came out recently, and then a new Logic album that I did not even know about until today. Yeah. So Kanye's best album. Let's get into that. What are you guys' opinions? I'll say mine. I would say Graduation for sure.
I was about to say that, honestly.
Graduation for you? Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Do you
What
guys
about-
think Graduation is the best one?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think Graduation is his worst album.
Are you serious?
What?
How?
Really?
No, yeah, I think Jesus is like a little bit better than Graduation.
Wow. That's actually
Okay, so
very,
you're
very
not okay. So
surprising.
you're
Why?
not saying it's horrible. You're just saying
No, I don't
it's
think I don't think Kanye has any bad albums.
All right, that's
Okay.
okay.
Actually, you know
okay.
what? I can't say Graduation is his worst because I guess Jesus is King would be his worst.
Okay.
But
I
mean,
think. And why do you think Graduation? Why would you put it that low? That's
it's
really
very low on
surprising.
the list. I think. Let's see. So, I think The Life of Pablo is his best album. That's my opinion.
Okay, I can definitely see that. Like that
Yeah,
that
same.
one's definitely up there. But like man, Flashing Lights, Good Morning, all of that.
There are
like,
a lot
and
of good
especially
songs on there, but I think the ratio of good songs to like also some of Kanye's worst songs are on there in my opinion.
oh yeah, I think Drunken Hot Girls is really
Yeah,
like that's
yeah, that's a
one of the
really
worst.
bad. Barry Bonds is quite a bad song.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Like I think those are a couple. Those are like when I think of bad Kanye songs, and I'm not thinking of Yeezus. I'm thinking of those because
Okay.
obviously Yeezus has some pretty rough songs.
It does. Okay, but that's still just man.
Yeah.
I would say I know so many people are going to hate on me for this, but My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is, in my opinion, his worst album.
Wow.
What do you guys have to say about that?
I don't know. I just can't agree because it has power.
Mhm.
It has all of the lights.
Yeah.
The intro track.
But to me, like all of the songs on Graduation, and just Graduation is so cohesive as like this, like pushing forward into the future, and like all the synths and like the cultural impact of Graduation was insane with like the art style, just even the cover, man. Like now you see like what Billie Eilish has her music videos by Takashi Murakami, like that guy, man, like. In the music video for Good Morning, like all of this cultural impact, it was huge. I think.
I feel like to me, I think. So here are the reasons that I would say Graduation is not as good.
Okay.
I think it's it's aged the worst out of all of Kanye's albums probably.
Oh, interesting.
Because
Yeah.
like even Yeezus, which when it came out it wasn't that good. But industrial hip hop is now more popular than it used to be, so it
For sure.
aged kind of well.
Yeah.
You know, I think Graduation is very bling era 2000s rap, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have that long living quality that a lot of Kanye's music has.
Yeah. Like
And
late
I also
registration,
think-
it aged really well.
Late registration, you can still listen to it now, and it still sounds good. You know, and
Yeah.
I also think it's sort of like 808s and Heartbreak, but like with less of an impact. That's sort of how I feel about it. You know, because like
Graduation,
College Dropout and Late Registration, they're kind of grouped together, sort of. And
Yeah.
I think like Life of Pablo and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy are kind of grouped together. They're sort of similar
I
Kanye
can see
era. And
Mhm.
so I'd put Graduation and 808s in like a similar Kanye era, but I just think
Okay.
808s is just the better of the two.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Well, Jared, why did you say Graduation was your favorite
Dude,
Kanye album?
I feel like there's just like so many songs on here that I can just like go back to like over and over again, you know, like Stronger. Like who didn't grow up listening to Stronger? Or like when they used to listen to the radio, who didn't hear it on the radio? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's just like
what year did Graduation even come out? Like was that
2007.
2007, 2008, right? Something like that.
2007?
Yeah, 7.
Wow. Okay,
Um,
that's
Here is an
crazy
actual.
old,
Here's a
man.
real hot take. I don't like Stronger. I don't enjoy that song.
I can no, I honestly understand that.
I
Like the sample
I
can
do
get really annoying, to be
I
honest.
Yeah,
do
it's
understand it. Like it's like one of those songs that is just like I can understand. Like, is it because it's overplayed? Because like when it came out,
I
it
don't
was
think
like
it's. I think yeah, I
when it
think it
came out
probably
at
is just
least.
overplayed. Like that's the same reason I don't really want to listen to Humble. You know,
Okay,
it's like
Oh
yeah.
my
I'm
gosh,
never gonna
man.
listen to Humble by choice
I
ever
love
again.
That's
Humble, but I
so
can understand
true.
that. I can understand
I
that.
haven't listened to Humble in so long, man. Like
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah.
I
because
just
it
because
was
of
in
how
YouTube Rewind.
popular.
Like just
Ugh.
Oh,
it's just
it hurts. We
yeah,
talked
Yeah.
about this on the last episode. Like, there's so many songs that just
Yeah,
get ruined
exactly.
by popularity.
That music
Mhm.
video was so clean though,
I
dude.
know,
That
It
music
was.
a
video was so
masterpiece. A
clean.
That's my
masterpiece.
favorite music
Yeah.
video ever. It actually is.
Really.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. And yeah. So, all right, but that is very understandable about Stronger. I definitely can see the Life of Pablo though. Like that's easily number 2 for me. Like that
yeah.
just has a sound. I don't know an album that sounds like that, to be honest. Like he just had so many features
I mean,
actually that
yeah.
and then Father I Stretch My Hands, insane, bro.
Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, like when I'm trying to get hype, like I I don't get me wrong, I love Life of Pablo, but I'm like I usually go more towards Watch the Throne, honestly.
Mm.
Watch the Throne, I don't feel like gets talked about that much
It
at
No,
all.
it
doesn't.
really
It
isn't.
really doesn't.
It's
Because there are
easily his
really
most
good
forgettable
songs
album.
on there, dude. There are really good songs on there.
Have you ever like? There's it's only on the deluxe version, I think. It's called Prime Time.
Man, I wouldn't remember. I just
Beat by
Lift Off
No
is my
ID.
favorite on there.
Prime Time. Oh, that's such a good song. I've been listening to that so much lately.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
but it shouldn't be forgotten like I think it is. And then
Mhm.
just the fact of having Jay and Ye together is
Mhm.
is
Oh,
pretty,
dude.
I think rare.
Yeah.
You would not see that now, which is very,
yeah.
I think, sad.
Mhm.
Sidetrack. Do you think Jay-Z's career is over?
I think he's too rich to make music anymore. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't have
I
anything to
haven't- I
talk
just-
about.
Yeah. I mean,
There's like
after
yeah, there's a-
444, I don't see. I don't know, bro. I don't know what he could do.
Dude,
444 was good. I really like 444. Like all
Oh,
the
it's
songs
really
on
good.
there.
Yep.
Kanye, like when he makes like collaborative like works of art, like they're just always good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's got to
Okay.
say something about Kanye. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
Watch the Throne, and then you got Kids See Ghost.
For sure.
Those
For
are
sure,
like
man.
Kids See Ghost is like one of my like top albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
Like
Easily.
I think it feels like Kanye doesn't have that many albums, but he has so many. It's
Yeah,
just they
exactly.
Does.
They're all so like specific and different from each other.
Yeah. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no. I mean, other than college dropout and late registration, he really just does pioneer.
Mhm.
Sometimes in a bad direction, like I think we got with Jesus King. I feel like you
Yeah.
saw a lot of elements from Ye in there, but still, I'm really excited to see where he goes with Donda if that comes out this year. I trust the process. But speaking of Kanye, let's move on to Kanye's best prodigy, Chance the Rapper. Is Chance the Rapper a one-hit wonder? Now, I honestly, I don't know why some people think this.
Yeah, I don't. No, I honestly like. As much as I don't like new Chance, it kind of upsets me that they say that he's a one-hit wonder. It's
Yeah,
like
I can
guess-
understand that he's a one-hit wonder.
Coloring Book would be the one hit. I
No,
mean,
I think
how
Yeah.
many
Acid
people
Rap would be the
really,
one hit.
no, yeah, I think Acid Rap actually.
really?
Yeah.
I was about to
Coloring
say
book-
like how many people actually listen to acid rap.
Because
I
acid
know
rap.
for all of us, I think we all have kind of fond memories of Coloring Book. But
Yes.
like when you go back and listen to it, there are a lot of songs that I just don't listen to from there.
Mhm.
Huh. Really? I
yeah.
like even the slower tracks on Coloring Book.
Mhm.
Yeah, same. Yeah, no, because like when you like I remember asking someone, and like this is when I was like a huge Chance fan, and like I asked them,
No, but that's what everybody says. Back when I was a huge Chance fan.
yeah, exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
Nobody's still rocking with Chance.
Yeah,
like that.
no, back when I
Oh
was,
my
yeah,
gosh.
that, it's so sad,
It's
but
tragedy, bro. It's
it
a
is,
tragedy.
it honestly is.
So
But I remember,
sad.
oh, dude,
Oh.
oh,
Like
man.
I'm genuinely like upset.
No,
that
dude, I like legit think about it, and I literally am like, oh my gosh.
It's really, really hurts to see. It
Yeah,
hurts
no.
to see.
Yeah, I don't
Nobody
think
thought
he's
could
a
make bad music.
I don't think he's a one-hit wonder, but I think he's washed up. I think he's
Mm.
washed.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm-
he's gonna have a second wind. I think he's
No,
he's done.
yeah, me neither. He's
Well,
not
yeah,
coming
and
back.
Even so we got Coloring Book, then we got his Christmas album, which that should have been the sign right there that it wasn't going in a good direction. And then he re-released that, and now he's just the features that he's doing. It's just sad to see. It really, I don't know. And then the lawsuits, it's just, I don't see this going anywhere good.
It's really
man.
funny
Yeah.
that like his career kind of reminds like the trajectory of his career kind of reminds me of like what Lil Pump did.
Yeah,
That's actually funny,
wait.
'cause
How so?
Lil Pump he released Gucci Gang, right? He got very popular.
Yeah.
And then he released 2 mixtapes that did well, and then he released an album and nobody listened to it, and then he started doing bad features, and now he does
Oh.
features for like 10,000 a feature. So that's where Lil Pump's
Yeah.
at, and that's kind of what Chance the Rapper did too.
Yeah, I mean, like he was like, he had the potential though to be on like Cole level, because he was, he for the culture of Chicago, and just him going on the Grammys, and him being that artist with this new style, this gospel style, was like really like culturally big, and he had the potential to make such a huge impact.
Yeah.
And then, he got married, so that's very, like, I'm happy for the dude that he got married, and, he's
Yeah,
happy,
no,
man,
but
but
yeah.
oh my gosh, bro. And
It's
I
like-
know he has some nice unreleased stuff, too. Do you remember when he went on Jimmy Kimmel and
Oh,
with
yeah.
Daniel Caesar?
Yeah, I remember that
there
song. That
was
was really
that
good.
song. Then he had this one thing on Instagram Live that was, I don't know how to reference it. He had like a blue hat on. If
A
you know the
snippet,
video,
yeah.
you know the video. But man, like he had some
Yeah.
stuff.
And the thing
I
is,
don't know
like,
what-
him getting married should not have like impacted him that bad, but it did.
yeah, how?
It
I don't
did.
think, I
How
don't think it
does-
was actually him getting married. I think he's just like got a lot of yes men now. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like a lot of
maybe.
people who are around him are just like whatever he puts out, they're like, "Oh, that's fire," and then they don't. tell him
Yeah.
what
Oh
it is.
yeah,
They
I
just
could see people
really
doing
crash.
that. Yeah.
I can most
like-
definitely see that.
yeah.
I could see
I feel like that must be what it is, because like all of his good stuff came out back when he was sort of doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you're paying people, they'll say whatever you want them to
Exactly,
say.
and now he has like a company and his studio and all this stuff, like a lot of people working for him.
Does he have a record label? Because like that's what Logic
Oh,
moved
yeah.
on to, a record label.
I don't think Chance is even signed to a label, right? That was his big thing. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
he is
he
now,
was-
but he used to be like, "Oh, I'm unsigned," and that was like his selling point for a
right.
while.
Yeah. Oh,
Bradley,
man.
I know you like you don't listen to a lot of Chance, and I know you listened to a couple of Chance songs today. Like, what was your first like impression? Like, what were you thinking when you were listening?
Okay, I actually didn't get to the chance to listen to the Chance stuff, but I will say
Okay.
the only thing I really remember is I personally haven't heard a Chance song in like since back when Daniel, you and I were in school. I remember you were a big Chance fan. I remember you were like, I feel like it was Coloring Book. I think 'cause
Yes, it was
2016.
Coloring Book. Oh my.
And I just as we talked about in the last episode, like I wasn't really listening to that music like at that time. So
Right.
like, but I remember you talking about that a lot and stuff.
Mhm.
And I just personally am not really a fan of that style that much.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
I mean, yeah, there was like, yeah, that brings up so many memories. Just going to like CC
school talk. Yeah.
just early in the morning. You had like a good 10 minutes to just talk with your friends before
Dude, I
school started.
remember.
Bro, that was nice.
I remember we were. I think we were going on like a trip, and Caleb was in the car, and I was like, yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, I like
He's-
Chance the Rapper. I said, yeah, I like Chance the Rapper. He was like, oh, what's his real name? I was like,
That's what.
That's a Caleb
It's
thing.
funny.
I got so nervous, dude. I was like,
What's
I'm a
his
fake
real-
fan, dude. I was like, I'm a
Oh
fake
my
fan.
gosh.
That's funny.
Oh
And then I was like,
gosh.
Chance.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's Chancellor Bennett, and his brother is Taylor Bennett, and Taylor Bennett actually has a good album. I don't, what's it called?
Yeah,
Hold on.
I remember
1 second.
listening to it. I remember that was the first album. That album, not his album, but Coloring Book.
Mhm.
That was the first album where I realized like why mixing was important.
Really?
Because I
How so?
heard the song, the intro with Kanye,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I saw Kanye West like listed as a feature, and I listened to it. I was like, where's Kanye? I can't even hear him.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's just that weird buzzing sound in the background. That you barely audible. That's
bro.
what he is.
That's I
It's
had
like,
the same
oh.
exact thing. Same exact thing.
That's so disappointing too. Like,
Yeah, it really is. Like Kanye feature, and then you can't even hear him.
Taylor Bennett's album "Restoration of an American Idol." I think that was a solid album, actually. And that was also 2017, so Coloring Book era, and then his album. I actually, Broad Shoulders, the album has some nice songs on there as well. Speaking of nice songs, I was really this whole time just trying to think of a transition into the JID topic. JID or JID released 3 new singles. Actually, not so new, right? Aren't these pretty old?
Yeah, I think they're all
yeah.
they all are leaks or they're previous songs that were just on SoundCloud and not Spotify.
Okay. Well, so now they're on, officially distributed. Bradley, did you get to listen to the new JID songs?
I listened to Ballads and
Okay.
Bruh. Those are the two.
Yeah,
And
those
Bruh,
are the two.
Bruh
new
was a
songs.
lot better. Ballads was just kind of boring, in my opinion.
Really? That was
Dude,
my favorite one.
I
That was-
disagree. I liked that one more. I'm a huge Denzel Curry fan, but I really loved Ballads. I just like I remember at
actually
the end
agree
of
with
it.
Bradley on this one somewhat.
Oh dang, dude.
Yeah.
I remember at the end because I was listening to it. I think I listened to it in my car first, and then I listened to it. I listened to it when I was in the shower, and I remember listening to it and just like being like, "Oh, I really love this song." And then I got out the shower, and then I played it again. I love both songs, but I think that one's my favorite out of the two.
Mhm.
I will say none of the 3 songs, in my opinion, my personal opinion, were I didn't rock with any of the songs enough to add them to my library, and I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that.
I can agree with that. Listening to them made me just go back and revisit the ones that I really liked from the album.
Yeah.
Like I listened to Slick Talk and
Mhm.
Louder, Never, stuff like that I thought was really good.
Do you guys think that Denzel Curry outshined JID on Bruh? Because I feel like Denzel really came in nice there.
I do think so.
You do? Well, I mean, you're a Denzel Curry fan, so that makes sense.
But
Yeah.
I say it because I don't know. After Denzel Curry went, I was wanting more. I was wanting Denzel Curry to have a longer verse.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
just because he had a really short verse.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that's-
killing it.
That is true.
Just Jid had like a really like 3-minute part, and then he was there for like 50
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah,
and the
you're right,
song was
you're right.
over.
Jid did do really good though. I really like the song.
When Denzel started like shouting, man, that it got mad hype.
Yeah. I think the track just lacks energy. That's sort of what I feel like. Like
Yeah,
there's just
it's
not a lot of, even in the original, like the SoundCloud version. I went back and listened to that again, and the 808 is not. It's different. They changed the 808 for the single version.
To make it, do you think they changed it in a
like-
bad way?
I mean, I don't think it really lends too much. It just kind of
Okay.
sounds out of place. And I think
Yeah.
Denzel kind of sounds out of place on the track too, because it's just very. He's bringing a lot of energy, and there's just not a lot of energy in the track.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's like they're not definitely bad. Like, I don't know how to say
I like
it.
them honestly, but they're sleepy.
Yeah,
All of his
Yeah.
last
sleepy, a little bit
tracks are
boring,
sleepy.
just a little
Yeah.
bit, uninteresting. I
It'd be
guess.
out of place in a playlist.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can
And
see
you'd be
that.
like, you'd be in the car, you listen to something, and it's just like, oh, and then you stop bobbing your head for.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. So yeah, any other thoughts on the Jid singles?
It's Benny the Butcher, right? He was the one on the other one.
Oh wait,
No, it's
hold on.
Conway the Machine.
Conway the Machine. I get him.
Yeah, I've
confused.
never heard of
All
that.
the guys.
I've never heard
Oh,
of that.
they're a bunch of them. There's like 3 or 4 of those guys who all have names that are just like that, and they're all part of Griselda, something like that.
Yes.
Buffalo, New York. They do boom bap. It's like New York boom bap. It's what you expect.
Yeah, I actually really liked his verse on
Yeah.
Ballads.
It's not really boundary pushing or anything.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say it's like, oh, dang, that's crazy, but I enjoyed it.
But it's good.
Joel in the chat says "Bruh is good" by Jid from his new singles. I would agree.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. Speaking of boom bap, would you think this is a good time to transition?
Yes, dude. I've been waiting.
I didn't know this until you told us about this, Matthew, but Logic released a whole album on SoundCloud under an alias.
Yep.
And it's very, very MF
Interesting.
Doom inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's really MF Doom inspired. Yeah.
It's like
It's kind of poorly timed, really, because it's.
Yeah.
It's right
He does
after we found
reference
out
he does
died.
reference MF Doom in
Oh, yeah,
one
he
of the
does.
songs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's like he's wearing a mask. He's a doctor. He's a
yeah,
villain.
yeah.
It's
kinda-
literally like
it's
right when I heard the song, I was like Doomsday. I was like
Yeah.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
uh,
But I mean, I
but-
would like to hear what Bradley thought about it because I know he's probably not an MF Doom fan. So like, that style's not.
Yeah, I feel like most of the styles we're talking about tonight is not really what I'm into, so that's why I haven't been talking as much.
Uh-huh.
But I thought it was pretty interesting. But the thing is like, so I was just kind of like doing some random like cleaning stuff while I listened to it, and I just noticed that a lot of the songs, like the drum pounders, were like exactly the same for a bunch of songs. Like
Yeah.
it was just it all blended together a lot. So it was kind of hard for me to distinguish the actual song. My favorite. I think I had one that I liked the most, and I'll have to find that. But I thought the skits were pretty funny, actually.
I actually thought they were really funny.
Yeah,
I
they
think
they were
they're
fun.
definitely the best skits Logic has ever had.
Yeah,
Logic is the only guy who still does skits, pretty much, and
Yeah, I don't
Dude.
know when like the last time I heard a major artist like do any skits, but I would agree with Bradley though. Like that was my main gripe. Unless you like know this album, like it's like you just know it so well, you wouldn't like on first listen or even third listen be able to like pick out each song.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
They
even
sound- they're
literally-
all boom bap beats. They all have a
Yeah.
sample. All of them, his voice is pitched down, and
Yeah.
it's really hard to tell them apart. And it's
they
so
do
that was
blend
yeah,
together,
on the-
definitely.
Yeah, on the last song, literally like on the last song, I was listening to it, and I literally like the song ended, and I was like, what song did I just listen to? And I was like trying to figure out, and I was like, did I just listen to that? And I was like super confused, but yeah, I liked it. Like honestly, it was honestly when I was listening to it, I was waiting for I'm mixed the line.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to
Was
say
there none
I'm
of that?
biracial.
no, there
I-
wasn't one.
wow.
Yeah, he doesn't say I'm
surprising.
biracial. I feel like
Did
he
he
might
say
have
that
only
in-
did that just because he didn't want people to realize it was him rapping,
Yeah.
and not because he didn't want to.
This isn't logic. This isn't logic.
No,
I think
honestly
he
though,
produced
I
most of it too. So I think like the drum, the beats sounding all the same, like
okay.
he produced most of it. So I can kind of see how
Okay.
that might be.
Yeah,
the
I
issue.
honestly though, I gotta say, when you told me there was new Logic, I did not care. Like I didn't care about Logic. I've never listened to Logic like that.
Honestly, though,
None of his songs are in my library. Like what was it? Supermarket. He did an indie album. I've just never
that's bad.
really like rock with Logic, and I know like he
You
a
know who
lot
is
of
a
people
one-hit
respect him.
wonder? Logic is a one-hit wonder. He has only
I-
one hit. It's that 1-800 song. That's his
Yeah.
one hit.
oh,
He is-
dude,
that's who Logic is.
And he does have good songs, but you have to be a fan to actually know
Exactly.
his other good
Like-
songs. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing, if you say Logic, I guarantee you, like
1-800
who listen to like pop music, they're gonna be like, oh, the guy from the Suicide Hotline song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
feel
don't
like
even. For the longest, I didn't even know the name of the song because I was like,
I don't
was
know
like
what
the
it
Suicide-
it's just a phone
I
number.
honestly feel like he's one of those guys that like a lot of people know who he is, but not a lot of people really listen to him.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. Like,
Well said.
to be
It's a
honest.
very SoundCloud album, and I would agree. Like mix wise, it didn't even sound
Yeah.
ready to be distributed.
I was
onto,
literally
like,
I was thinking that I'm like the vocals, like I think that's kind of what they're going for though,
A
like
very
that type of
lo-fi.
vibe.
It's
But-
rough. It's rough.
Yeah,
It was,
definitely.
it was
I
very
mean,
lo-fi.
I figured out what my favorite one was. It was
Okay.
back to the basement. If you remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I don't
That's
even.
I remember
I don't
that
even
song.
know,
No
dude.
idea.
Only
I
because
don't even
that's the
know.
song, like I listened to most of it and I was like, okay, he's actually done a pretty good job of not sounding like Logic.
Yeah,
And then I
Yeah,
listened to
yeah.
it, and I was like, this
Oh yeah,
sounds
the
like
whole
Logic.
time I was like, "This
right.
is Logic."
That's exactly why I liked it more.
Yeah, I liked it because he didn't sound like Logic. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
he did sound like Logic in the last song, which I really liked. He
Yeah.
sounded like
Towards the
himself
end
in
of
the
the
last
album, he
song.
really started sounding like, oh, this is
Yeah.
definitely Logic.
Dude, I loved the last song though.
Mhm.
Really,
The last song
I'm
was
sorry. I should I I can't remember which one is.
Hold
No,
up,
I-
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the names, but hold up, I'm gonna pull it up.
By the way, for if I neglected to mention this, his alias is Doc DOC-D. So Doc D on SoundCloud, and just look for the guy in the mask. It's so
He's
so
got like
MF
1,000
Doom, though.
followers right now.
Yeah,
It's like-
very
It's
MF.
Death of Destruction. That's the last one. I really like that one. That one's like when Logic is like more so like just his normal voice kind of, and he's
And
kind of
there's,
just rapping like
a
that.
lot of songs actually.
Yeah,
It is.
honestly.
It was a
Can you
Yeah.
guys
album.
hear this? No, you guys can't
No.
hear this. Okay, good.
No, I can't.
But I don't really
Yeah,
know.
okay.
Like, it seems kind of in bad taste, like releasing an album in which you're basically just being MF Doom right
Right.
after.
I think
everybody
I
found out he
honestly
died.
I kind of think the other way around. I feel like it's like commemorating MF Doom. You know what I mean? Like I feel
don't
like it's
know.
just like it's not like he's like blatantly copying it.
soon,
Well,
though.
he
Oh no! Oh,
because he's
what?
like
whoa!
Oh, wait,
It
hold up.
is definitely
Okay, wait,
he is blatantly
let me correct
copying.
myself.
The mask, the
Let me
voice,
correct
the beats,
myself. Let me
the
correct
samples,
myself.
the
It's not-
everything.
Let me correct myself. He's not copying it in a sense as, oh, this is my style. You know what I mean? He's like doing it as a
Oh,
homage
yeah.
to
If he
MF
was
Doom.
saying like this is
yeah,
like,
this is my flow.
Yeah.
I
It
came
was
up
like,
with
oh,
this,
this is a new
but he's
Logic
not doing
album
that.
in which he wears a mask and he's like,
Yeah, I feel like I feel like that's why he did it under another alias. You know what I mean? Not only to like kind of get away from the
Yeah.
Logic name, but also to be like, all right, I'm not doing this just for fame. You know what I mean? I'm putting this out there because MF Doom was one of the best rappers out there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I
Didn't,
feel
didn't
like
he
like
quit?
he definitely could not have been doing that. It just doesn't seem like it could have been done in the time in which we knew MF Doom was dead. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I don't think he could have made that in the time because came out not too long after, like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
He didn't have
And that's
time to make that
17
whole
Really?
songs too. 17.
17 songs in like a couple weeks. I don't think he could have done it. So I feel like he was already working on it before we found out he died.
But the
And then he
quality
just
was
released it
worse
anyway.
though.
Yeah,
The quality
it
was
was
not as good.
not like great quality, but I feel like he was working on this. It was going to come out maybe in the summer or something, and then he heard
And
MF Doom
then
died, and he was
MF
like,
Doom
oh, I might
passed
as well
away.
drop it right now. And like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm confused as to like business wise what's going on with Logic for him to do this, because did he actually quit? I know he
He said he
quit,
retired,
or
right?
Did he?
Yeah,
like,
he retired.
Resign
it
from
was like
his
he just
label,
wants
or
to like rebrand.
No, he wants to run the label, I think.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to make music. So he's getting more into the business and getting out of making music.
okay, so
Right?
this
I
was
feel
an
like-
opportunity
I
for
think-
him to just do whatever he wanted, because
Yeah,
I
he
know.
couldn't
It's
do
like-
this if he was being Logic, I guess.
I think it was him. I feel like before he was, I don't think he was going to release it. I could be wrong with this, but I don't think he was planning on releasing it, or he might have been planning on releasing it later down the line, like Matthew said, like in the summer. But I feel like he wasn't going to release it. And it just so happened that he was making it kind of based around MF Doom's style, boom bap, kind of around that. And then MF Doom passed away. And he was like, okay, this is kind of like, I need to do this. I need to post this. I need to
do you
release
think?
this.
Do you think that it would have been more just better if he had waited? You know, just I
I
mean,
think he should have waited, or like maybe like drop one song as like a
Mhm.
commemoration. Like Lupe Fiasco, he put out
Mhm.
a freestyle over one of the beats from Danger Doom,
Okay.
and like that as a
After
commemoration,
the
like
after
to pay
MF Doom's
homage, yeah,
passing.
to pay homage
Okay.
to MF Doom. It's like maybe
Okay.
2 minutes long. He's just like freestyling. He's like starts with a line from MF Doom and then freestyles off of it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
As an homage. I feel like that was something that's sort of clearly, he's
Yeah.
like paying respect. The line is kind of blurry as to whether this is paying respect or it's just kind of
Yeah. Well, I
like
think
in bad taste.
how did we find out about it? Did he announce it or because I feel like change
Uh,
stuff.
from like the way I found out about it was like he basically Logic goes up. He goes, "Hey, I met this artist 3 years ago named Doc D, who nobody's ever heard of." And he's like, "Yeah, I met him 3 years ago. We just finished an album." And then he
That's
released it,
so
and
bad.
nobody's ever heard of Doc D. There's no like pictures of them together. There's nothing that like
There's nobody else on the
he
album.
existed before
There's
this album.
nobody else on the album.
Exactly. Like
He like tried
so,
pitching his voice down to make it seem like it was somebody else.
yeah. So like
Yeah.
it's
Which
kind
I
of
have
like
no
this
problem
weird.
with. If he
Oh,
just
me
sounded
neither.
like that.
I really enjoyed the album, but yeah, I
No,
mean, I guess I personally don't see how like I don't think it's disrespectful. I don't think it was
Okay.
disrespectful. Was the timing maybe bad? Maybe, but I
Mhm.
don't think it was disrespectful.
Like, yeah.
I feel like
mean,
maybe I would
it depends on what he intended.
Yeah, yeah,
his
exactly.
intentions.
That way he did announce it was a little. That does seem a little weird. It does
Yeah,
seem a
like,
little
Maybe
weird.
if it wasn't Logic, I would be like nicer to this. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if it was like,
It's like, why would he-
put out an album where he was like, "Oh, I'm Mr. Destructo," and then he put out an album like that, maybe I would be
Mhm.
nicer to it. But
It's like, but
because
why?
Wait.
Like, it's like if you don't
Kanye-
want loads of people hearing it, why would you announce it publicly? You know what I mean? Like,
Wait, how did you hear about it, Matthew? Like,
Like
I saw, so I was on Twitter looking at
Mhm.
people talking about MF Doom, and I saw the Lupe Fiasco freestyle, and I was looking in the comments of that, and I saw somebody talking about Doc D. I'm like, who is that? So I look up, and it's like, oh, new artist signed to Logic's label. I'm like, oh, really? Logic signed somebody. I look him up. I'm like, who's Doc D? And I just there's nothing. I'm like, this is very strange. And then I see a YouTube video about it. I'm like, oh, somebody knows about him. So I watched that, and they're like, oh yeah, this is just Logic. I'm like, oh,
yeah, sad, very sad. Lyrically, what was he doing with this project? Because I know in what was his last one? Like his final album, official one. He there was Dad Bod, where he's like, "I love my wife like I am." Chance, that was a good one. Was he like
he
being
was
witty
joking on
this album?
he was joking on Chance so
yeah,
hard.
that whole
Dude.
song was
No,
just
that's
a
why
joke on
that's why I
Chance.
respect Logic more than I respect Chance at this point. Not that I don't respect both of
Whoa,
them.
what?
Yeah,
Really?
like just like kind of Logic is like kind of like just taking on the jokes. You know what I mean? Like he's
You know
like.
what?
Like he's
Yeah.
announced it. He knows that people joke on him. He doesn't try to ignore it. He's like, oh, that's funny.
I might
He finds it
agree
funny.
with you. I might
And then
just agree
Chance
with
just
you.
Chance
the
just
rapper-
pushes it.
Chance the Rapper
Chance
is
will be-
cornier than Logic now. Oh,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's arguing with like 15-year-olds on Twitter about if his project's actually good. Like,
Wait,
it's-
Chance?
Chance on
Yes.
Twitter, yes.
Oh my
he
God,
he like
dude.
got into an argument with some kid who was like who's saying like how he fell off and he was
the kid's just trying
Yeah.
to get clout. He's just giving
No,
him the
literally,
clout.
Chance the Rapper. I remember he tweeted what he goes right after the album dropped, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is terrible." He's like, "Oh, y'all want me to kill myself? You hate my album." It's like,
Oh my
what?
God.
Exactly. That's what he said. Everybody's like,
Dude.
"What? What are you talking about, bro? Your album's just
oh
bad."
my
Yeah, but like Logic, like that man just jokes around. You know what I mean? Like he's like he hasn't changed. You know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't know because I just remember listening to that 44 bars something back in 2018. I've never been a Logic fan. Like I've
no,
never
I used
listened
to-
his
I've
whole
listened
project.
to pretty much all of his albums, but I've
yeah,
never
I
liked
used to
anything.
listen to him like crazy. Like I used to listen to him a lot, and like honestly, like listening to his new music now, he hasn't changed much, and like that's not a bad thing. Like I mean, personality wise, obviously he's like made new music, but like he hasn't like
Like the
Chance
thing-
the Rapper, dude. Chance the Rapper,
Actually,
like
I
his
think
music
now I know
changed
why.
with his personality.
Now I know why I don't like that he did an MF Doom thing. It's because
Okay.
every time I listen to Logic, I can hear somebody else like in what he's doing. Like I've always every time I
Okay.
listen to Logic, I can hear like,
yeah.
oh, this is Kendrick Lamar flow. Oh, this is like Kanye flow. Oh, this is definitely Kanye. Oh, this is like, oh, there's some Pusha T. Oh,
Mhm.
like that's every time I listen to Logic, I hear somebody else who I would
And
rather
you
listen
said that
to.
was especially true of No Pressure, right?
Oh yeah, No Pressure. I think there was a lot of. It was very Kanye and Kendrick Lamar. I felt
Yeah,
like.
and
I could
just
hear
even
a
like
lot
the
of.
track titles, he had some what is it?
Yeah, it was like Jay-Z,
Um,
Kanye, Kendrick Lamar. That was who I like. It just felt like that too much.
yeah,
And I
he has
think Logic
heard
has
him
always been a
say.
guy who does that. Because even when he made that the folk music album, like Supermarket, right? The
Uh-huh.
one you were talking about earlier, like
Yeah.
that just sounded like Mac DeMarco.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
so it
So
just
he, yeah. I don't
yeah.
know.
Kind of like Logic has never been a very original guy, and I think like for somebody who's not very original to do a whole album like somebody else, like even if it is an
Yeah.
homage, just
Yeah. I
doesn't
I
sit the way
definitely.
it with me.
Yeah, that's
I
why I never
definitely
really
get
got
that.
into Logic, is because his stuff sounded very similar. It's a very similar flow and vocal tone. So
I think Logic
Yeah,
is a very French Montana type rapper, if you know what I mean by
Oh,
that.
dude, please
I can see
don't.
that.
Please
Yeah.
don't, dude. Oh,
Why? What about
Yeah.
French Montana?
I don't like
Jaren?
French Montana, bro.
I've never listened to French Montana and thought, oh,
That
this is the sound of French Montana. I'm always like, oh, this
Dude, I
sounds
remember.
great.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Oh, this just
Funny
sounds like
story
Drake.
about French Montana, bro. We were watching
Okay.
the what was it? Mike Tyson fight. We were watching the Mike Tyson fight, and it was pay-per-view. So they had musicians and stuff. And it was me and Luke Harmon, and French Montana walks on stage, and we just look at each other and start dying, dude. It was horrible. And then
Oh
it was
my
horrible.
gosh.
First of all, it was horrible, and second of
His
all, it was
performance?
horrible. Yeah, his
Oh.
performance was horrible.
Yeah.
And then,
Like,
oh,
the other
dude,
day
I
was
brought it
on
up.
Instagram.
I brought it up in my car once, and my older brother was like, "Dude, French Montana is one of the best." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay, okay." I couldn't tell if he was
Oh,
joking or not, dude. I
how
couldn't
do you
tell.
think that?
I don't
I didn't
know.
even remember he was a rapper until the other day. I was looking through rap pages on Instagram because they're fun. Like the titles are funny. I was looking through there and I heard this song. I was like, oh, that beat's pretty fire. And then Drake was rapping on it. I'm like, oh, this song is a Drake feature? Why have I never heard this song? And then I look up the name of the song and it's a French Montana song. And I'm like,
Was it No
that's why I never
Stylist?
heard it. I think that's what it was.
Oh
I was like,
man, yeah.
I haven't heard this song before ever in my life. And I was like, this is
Yeah.
fire. And then it turned to French Montana. And I was like, this is not
I
fire.
never think of French Montana as a rapper. I just think of him
As a
in
musician.
that song "Unforgettable" by Sway. It's
Oh,
actually a
yeah.
Sway Lee song. What does French Montana do on "Unforgettable"? He has
I
like
don't.
one like 4-bar verse, and that's it. The rest is everything Sway Lee. That should have been on
French
Sway
Montana-
Lee's project.
He sits in this lane with like Nav,
Yeah,
Big
Yeah.
Sean, Rich the Kid, people like that, where they're like people that you know the name of and like you know that they have songs, but the only
Yeah.
things that you can think about on their songs are the other people's verses.
yeah. To wrap up though, because we're nearing our allotted time slot. What about Logic's lyrics on this new project? I was not listening for the lyrics. Is there?
I honestly.
yeah, I wasn't really.
I
either.
wasn't really either.
Okay.
I mean,
It was
You
also
had-
harder
It's
because of the
so-
voice too. Like
he's kind of garbled a lot of the time because they did so much work on his voice, and
Yeah.
he's got pretty much like 2 or 3 flows. They switch in between the whole time.
Okay.
It's,
Was
you know,
he
it's-
talking
I mean,
about anything?
It's the stuff that Logic normally talks about, like being biracial, struggling with being biracial, stuff like that. That's pretty much all he talks about. Unless because pretty much all of his albums are just about like I don't remember which album it is, but it's the one where he's like he goes to heaven and then he has to live like the lives
yeah.
of like a bunch of
That
people
was
or something.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, Logic. He's like not a guy who has a lot to say in general about the world or stuff like that. So he.
Hold on, Jaren.
Why is Jared
Jared's like kissing
making-
the mic, and I'm just realizing the people who are just listening to the podcast.
Oh yeah, they're not
they
gonna
can't see the
it.
video. They're just gonna be listening, like in their car. Oh my gosh! I feel like I'm sorry to interrupt. I just had to address that for the audio
Oh, no.
listeners.
I don't even know what I was gonna say, but basically, Logic just has nothing to say. I feel like a lot of the
Yeah.
time, he's just
Yeah,
kind of saying words.
I was playing
Especially
Skyrim
back
while I was
when-
listening to it.
Back when he became, for a while, he became like an Eminem white like speed rapper for a while. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had that.
Oh,
he had
yeah.
that video with that really corny guy who always has the cuts in his eyebrows. What's his name? Oh,
Charlie
he was like
Puth?
Sriracha. No.
I don't know.
Charlie Booth. He said Charlie
He just has cut eyebrows.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah.
Man,
He's
but
another one
yeah,
of those guys
I
who raps really fast. He's super corny.
okay.
Oh,
Oh, Jordan
oh,
Lucas. It's Jordan
Watsky.
Lucas. That's
Oh,
what-
oh,
no,
oh.
Jordan Lucas. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no, they're
Watsky is one of those
definitely
guys,
like
too.
those
wait,
two
what did I
are
say,
definitely the
Watsky?
same. Those two, Jonar Lucas and Logic, are
ISIS?
definitely in the same category.
Yeah, remember ISIS? Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was
that's
good. I
awesome.
like that a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, that was
Him and
good.
Jordan Lucas are like with the running around in the military.
Yeah,
costumes.
they're on like a tank or something like that.
And they're
I do
they're
not know
rapping really
about
fast,
whatever
they're
that is.
saying
Dude,
absolutely
this is
nothing.
kind of this isn't related, but I said Watsky in it. Do you guys know who that is?
No.
I do know who that
Oh
is.
man. Oh
He's-
dude, it's
He's
like
pretty
he's not,
interchangeable with like a lot of white speed rap Eminem type people.
yeah, he's not really a rapper, but he's like more like an entertaining person, like just like a person that like raps on a street corner or something like that. That
Oh,
type
okay.
of person. Yeah.
Like who was that guy? Bradley Mac B, right? Was it
Matty B.
Rap? No,
Matty B raps?
Well, I mean,
Mac Lethal.
no,
that's-
Bradley, you told me like Mac.
Lethal?
Mac
Is that what he
Lethal,
just said?
yeah.
No, this
Mac
some
Lethal,
guy
right?
he rap for Kendrick Lamar. I saw it on like a radio show, and he said his name in every like 2 bars.
What?
You told me about him, Bradley.
Self-promotion.
He was yeah, for real, and like he's like the the white speed rapper kind of guy.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Mac
trying to think.
something. Mac something. Hold on, let me
I'm
look
gonna look
this
it up.
up real quick because I just
Macklemore.
Oh, I knew you were gonna. Somebody was gonna say that.
After beating Kendrick Lamar at the Grammys, he was like, "Let me rap for you."
Daniel, I'll
Wait, did he
recognize it when
actually?
you say it, but
Yeah,
Matthew, did he
Macklemore-
actually?
oh,
Oh.
Harry Mack,
Yeah.
Harry Mack, Harry Mack. That's who it is. Harry Mack.
Yeah.
He
Harry
said
Mack.
Harry Mack every 2 bars. If you watch him freestyle for Kendrick Lamar, he's like Harry Mack. Like he said it.
oh wait a
every-
second, bro.
You
I
remember
literally,
Harry Mack, yeah?
I hardly even remember. I don't even remember what he looks like.
You were like, yo, this guy's really good
Wait.
at rapping, man.
Mhm.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
Yes, Harry
I gotta
Mack.
look this up after.
Yeah,
this.
look it up after.
No, but Jared,
Wow,
Macklemore did beat Kendrick Lamar. He beat
Oh,
Good
yeah.
Kid, Mad City at the Grammy, or not Good Kid, Mad City. It was Good Kid, Mad City, or it was To Pimp a Butterfly. One of the two.
It was good, good,
Uh,
Mad City. Yeah.
Yeah, the Heist. You remember that album, the one with Thrift Shop on it? That beat Kendrick Lamar at the Grammys.
Oh, I
Bob
remember
said
this guy.
McDonald.
Oh, Tom McDonald. He's another
Tom
one of those guys.
McDonald, dude.
Daniel, I just looked up this dude. So the reason I know about this guy is because he was on some like one of those like a radio talk show.
Ellen,
thing.
dude. He was on Ellen.
Oh yeah, I think I might have seen that. Now I recognize him. He
I
did
don't
like
actually know.
something on him. He did
Is that true?
I think he
really?
did though. No, but hold on. He did something
Wow.
on like Boardwalk. Basically, he was like, tell me something to rap about, and he was like really good at freestyling.
Oh,
And-
it's one of
and
those
That's
guys.
that's he started doing YouTube, and that's how he got like famous, kind of.
Dude,
Yeah, and so he
if I was
eventually.
there, I'd be like, rap about the struggle of being biracial.
have you guys seen
Oh.
that dude that like he like does like stand up comedy, but like his whole shtick is like freestyling? Like he asks the crowd whatever they want to hear, and like he makes it funny, like rap about it. And all the white people, all the white moms are like, "Oh my gosh, you're so good at rapping!"
Oh,
And I'm just sitting here, it's so corny.
Or,
It's
Yeah.
so
are you
corny,
referring
dude.
to the man who made "I Have Depression" with Kenny Beats?
I don't.
no, that's you mean like Jesus is the one? That one?
Yeah, Jesus is the one. Yeah,
Oh, Zach Fox?
yeah.
No,
Zach Fox
he-
does that.
No, I
That's-
don't think
that's
so.
not-
That's not who I'm
because
talking.
he's actually funny. So
Yeah,
I
no,
think,
yeah. Zach Fox is.
Oh no,
he's
I'm thinking of a
G.
white dude. Yeah, I'm thinking of a
Yeah.
white dude.
like one of
Yeah,
the
I
only
listened
times
to.
I've ever
I think
laughed.
Bob played me Square Up the other day.
Yeah,
Square
one of the
Up.
the only times I've laughed at stand-up comedy was I was watching Zach Fox, and he was talking about how he doesn't want to have a kid, and he was like, if I have a kid, I mean, I'm not going to be a deadbeat dad. I'm going to be a free-range father. And then he ran off the stage. That's that's one of the only times I ever laughed.
Oh, his name is Chris Turner. His name is Chris Turner.
Chris Turner.
And this is
Honestly-
okay. Just he does YouTube. This is his caption for the video. White boy drops unbelievable freestyle rap.
Oh my gosh.
Of
Okay.
course.
All right.
Of
Oh,
White
course.
boy, you gotta drop
All
white
right.
boy.
So you're just on your recommended feed and you see that. Oh wow, white boy, wow, who raps? That's
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, why is it? No, I don't.
Okay. All right, folks. That'll be it for today. Anakin San has a closing thought that's very pleasant. I love Zach Fox is his thought.
Can I
What
say
a-
one
what a
thing
great
before we
thought.
end?
Yes, absolutely.
Eminem is the only white person. Thank you. Just in general.
That is true. That is true.
Yep.
We are to our audio listeners, we are all nodding our heads in unison. There we go. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode. What is this thing called? I can't remember. The
I
one
don't
take
know.
crew.
One take.
We'll get it down
crew.
eventually. We'll get it down
this is-
eventually.
You've been listening to the One Take Crew. Stay
One
tuned
Take
for the
Crew.
next episode. Today we were joined by, Daniel Schreiner was joined by Jaron James, Bradley Bablino, and Matthew Meisner for some hot takes on.
Why is it Daniel?
Kanye.
Wait, why is it Daniel Schreiner was joined with
Because I'm talking right now.
Oh,
We're
okay.
joined
Okay.
for some hot takes, unpopular opinions, and
Mhm.
tough facts.
Yeah. What's really terrible and just why I'm delaying it is because there was something I want to say about Logic, and I'm just not going to be able to remember it in time. So just know I had something to say about Logic, but I won't be able to remember it.
Was it
That'll
that he was
conclude today's
biracial?
episode.
Well, that's illogical.
Okay. Okay. We'll see you in the next
That was
episode.
good.
Thank you for tuning in.